So when you are in an interview, this is key now. When you are in an interview, it's important for you to interview the interviewer, to ask them about their core values. Okay? Now again, you can find the core values and the vision and the mission statement on their website before you go into the interview, which again, I encourage you to do. It's going to be important. You want to research the company before you go into the interview so that you can ask them questions about the company. About 8 of 10 people will not do that in an interview. So already you have set yourself apart, okay? If you actually do some research before you go in. It says on the website that you're this and that you're this. I really like that. Tell me a little bit more about that. So now what you're doing, you guys have all been in an interview before, right? And at some point in the interviewer says, do you have any questions? And what do you think 99.9% of the people do when the interviewer asks them, do you have any questions? What do they do? No, I'm good. You're just like everyone else. At this point, you need to say, why, as a matter of fact, I do. I do have a few questions. It says on your website that your core values are X, Y, and Z. I really like those. That's really cool. Tell me, what do those look like? How do those play out on a daily basis in the workplace, with the customers, with your clients? And the person will, I guarantee the interviewer will not be prepared for this question. You'll kind of go, it kind of looks like this, and they will explain what it looks like. And now what you're doing is you're getting an idea of, are they actually walking out their core values? Tell me about the culture. Tell me about the daily culture. What does it feel like in the office? Is it a friendly culture? Is it a competitive culture? Is it an aggressive culture? Is it a kickback, laid back culture? Is it a wear flip-flops culture? Is it a wear a tie culture? Tell me about what it feels like on a daily basis. Are we listening to music? You know, here at the Thrive 15 office, you walk into this place, this culture is a little bit different than a lot of other places. I mean, you walk in and they've got they got the music going. There's no walls. It's all kind of open going on. There's a real sense of creativity. There's pictures all over the wall that are inspiring. Does that make sense? So you want to ask them in an interview, tell me a little bit about your culture. And they'll say, oh, well, it's this, and I've always loved this, and I've loved this. Oh, cool. Well, tell me what. Next thing you know, who's doing the interview? You are. Because you are wanting to make sure that you fit in the company. Now again, Ruben, you're not aggressive on this, okay? You're not aggressive on this. You're just asking them questions because they asked you, do you have any questions? Yes, I do. I want to find out a little bit more about you because I want to know if I can fit. I looked at the job description that you put out when you said you were hiring. I looked at the job description, and when I looked at the job description, I realized I can do this job. That's not the question. The question is, do I fit in the company? Does that work? So again, number one thing that we need to be making sure is, do you fit? Yes, I should do question marks there. All right? Do you fit in this job? So when they ask you in an interview, do you have any questions? Yes, I do. How do we know if we fit? You want to take a look at their core values. You also want to take a look at their vision, their mission statement, as well as their culture. Do you align? Now again, if your only reason, which again, I would say that probably 9 out of 10 people, all right, I'm just making up that statistic. But it's what it feels like. 9 out of 10 people, when they go look for a job, what is really the only thing they're looking for?
The paycheck.
The paycheck. They're looking for a paycheck. Okay? And again, I'm not saying it's wrong to look for a paycheck. But if that's the only thing you're looking for, then long term you will not find fulfillment because you'll eventually find that in the company, they're not paying you enough to do what they expect you to do. All right? Because there's no connection to what the company is actually trying to accomplish. Okay, so these are things. How do I know if this is the right job? Well, it begins with, is this the right company for me to work with? And if in that interview you ask the interviewer, tell them a little bit about your core values, and they don't have any idea what to do, red flag. It doesn't mean that you don't take the job, okay? It just lets you know that, okay, their core values might just be something they put on a banner, but they don't really walk it out. They aren't really interested in producing it in their company on a daily basis. Okay? So it's just something we want to be aware of. The right job, as I said, isn't just a job that will give you a paycheck. When you are in an interview, we want to ask them these questions. So the job description, as I said, the job description will tell you if you can do the job. But the question for you is, am I going to enjoy the job? Okay? Am I going to enjoy working on a daily basis? So here we go. Ask yourself these questions. What is your personality, Gianna? If you were to take 2, 3, 4 words to identify, to characterize your personality, what would that be? Are you a bubbly person? Are you an extrovert, an introvert? Are you humorous? Are you kind of shy? Are you quiet? Are you loud? Are you gregarious? That's probably a word that Ruben is, yeah, it looks like he's trying to learn how to spell it over there. Are you gregarious? Are you out there? Are you like, hey, that type of personality? Are you a much more conservative personality? It's important for you to know this because, again, if you don't know this, Jess, if you don't know this, then any job will work. I just need a paycheck. I don't know where I fit. Well, you don't know where you fit because you don't know who the heck you are. So let's take a moment and just identify who I am. Number 1 is, what is my personality? Number 2, what kind of environment do I really enjoy being in? Now, again, you guys are young, so, man, I don't know, school's like the only environment that I've been in. I haven't really been exposed to a whole lot. But some of you that are watching, you're probably old. You've probably been in more environments. What type of environment do you function best in? What type of environment fulfills you and really energizes you as you move forward? Some people love, like we were talking about, the environment that's here at Thrive 15. Some people love that. Other people come in and just suck their thumb. They're just going, oh my gosh, I need walls, I need cubicles, I need structure. That's what helps me. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong here. It's who you are. Number 3 here, what kind of people do you enjoy spending time with on a daily basis? Do you enjoy spending time with other loud people? Do you enjoy spending time with competitive people? Do you enjoy spending time with driven people? People on the road to success? Do you like spending time with people that are more laid back? People that are more just kind of user-friendly, kind of hanging out? Again, there's no wrong answers here. It just depends upon what type of people you are looking for. And then finally, our last one, what type of work do you enjoy to do? For long periods of time, what type of work do you enjoy doing? Again, when we're young and we're just entering into the workforce, man, what type of work do I like to do? How about no work? How about that? Can I do that? Can I get paid for no work? No, you really can't. But you guys may not, at a young age, you may not have had enough experience with work to know what kind of work you really enjoy. That's what I think the 20s is all about. Get out there, do a number of jobs, do a number of different things, try this, try that, try all these things to find out what you like and what you don't like. It's not about coming out of college and finding the job that you will do from now on. In fact, I'm talking with my daughter right now. Maddie, if you ever watch these, hon, you are a rock star, okay? But she's coming out of college. We're looking for her next 18 months is what we're looking for her. The next 18 months coming out of college. We've got to ramp up. We've got to launch from college into the workforce. 18 months. After that, we can start looking at another job. But right now, the next 18 months. Well, I want to live in Austin because that's where my friends are. If it works in Austin, great. But if something comes up in LA, if something comes up in New York, if something comes up in Alaska, we're going to dive on that thing and we're going to commit to be there for 18 months to hammer away to learn the things that we need to learn at this worker level. Does that make sense? Because you can imagine me, my daughter, her goal is eventually to be a business owner. She wants to be an entrepreneur. That's great. But I'm kind of setting her up with the time frame of, Maddie, we're probably looking at doing that once you get into your 30s. Because in the 20s, you need to really find out what you can do, what you can't do. Fair enough? Okay? So, in an interview, be prepared to ask. When they ask you, do you have any questions, you want to be asking these types of questions. Yes, I have a question. Tell me about your company values. You advertise that one of your company values is this. Tell me what that looks like. Second question. When you think about your very best employee, when you think about your best employee, what characteristics come to your mind? Why do you think that you would ask that question in an interview?
So you know what to do and what to look for.
Say it again.
So you know what to do and know what to work for.
Very good. When they tell you the characteristics of their best employee, they are telling you what they value in employees. So in your mind, you're taking notes going, this is what I need to do. This is what I need. If I want to get noticed, if I want to be promoted, if I want to make more money, if I want to grow in this company, this is what I need to do. They will tell you what you need to do. It's not rocket science. Well, I don't know. How do I succeed? They will tell you. Another great question. When you think about the perfect candidate to fill this position, what do you see? Again, why do you think you would ask this question?
To know if you can fill that position.
Exactly. That's great. To know if you can fill the position. When they say, well, we're looking, Gianna, when you looked at the core values and you looked at the culture and everything, ooh, I like all this. This sounds great. It sounds really good. And then you say, what are the core things that you're looking for when you look at a candidate? And they say, well, we're looking for this, this, and this. You might throw up in your mouth. You might go, yuck. I do not want to do that job in that company. Does that make sense? And so it lets you know if this is going to be a good fit for you or not. The answers to each of these questions will give you insight into what they see as important and therefore let you know if this is going to be a good fit. Again, if you just go in, Jess, and please protect yourself here, okay? Please. If you just go in thinking, I need a paycheck, the person on the other side of the table that is interviewing you will say, we'll give you a paycheck. Yes, this is a great job. Be careful. Be careful. Because you might find yourself getting that paycheck, but even before you get the first paycheck, you hate the job. Anybody been there before? Okay? Nobody here. Beautifully. You've probably been there on camera. I've got a client right now that I'm talking with down in Texas, actually one here in Tulsa as well. 2 different clients. They have hired people, and in the first 2 weeks, they already know this person, they no fit. They're already ready to move them out. They found that out in the first 2 weeks. They haven't even paid them yet, and they're realizing, yeah, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to be the right fit. Okay? So you guys just want to make sure that you protect yourself there in asking those questions.